All right, welcome high level fam. I wanted to make a quick video just to show you something I just figured out. It was incredibly frustrating to me. I was creating a performance max campaign on Google and I saw I had an option for a lead form, and I know that's an asset type that I leverage on Facebook and on TikTok, and I know it's been around a little bit on Google. I just never used it, and I've always wanted to use it, but I could never really figure out how to integrate it into GoHighLevel cleanly without integrations and stuff. After doing all this hard work, I figured out that there's an integration into Zapier. I don't know what the Zapier integration looks like, but I would definitely go check that out if you're a Zapier user. I don't know if Pabbly has the same thing, but this is how to use a Google form directly in a GoHighLevel with some advanced functions inside of the workflows to get it to work. Now, this is going to be a technical video. Watch it all the way through. I'm going to do my best to explain this to you. I'm not a professional instructor, but I'll do my best to explain it to you, and I'll do my best to stay out of sort of the technicalities of it all. But let's hop right into it. So if you don't know what a Google lead form is, then this video is probably not for you. You probably don't use it. But if you do know what a Google lead form is and you use it for you or your clients, you probably want to know how to integrate it. So here I have an example Google lead form that I just created. And the one thing I'm focusing on here is the webhook integration. So I want to be able to send a webhook as soon as this form is submitted, send it over to GoHighLevel so I can create a contact and ultimately start a series of automations after that. So if I come in to GoHighLevel, I'm in a demo account here. We're going to create a workflow from scratch, and then we are going to select the inbound webhook option. Now, this is a premium trigger, and I'm going to use a few premium triggers here. I don't know what the cost of this entire workflow is every time it executes. I think it's going to be like 6 or 7 cents or something like that, which is kind of expensive, honestly. I don't know how many leads you're getting, and maybe the Zapier option's cheaper. I'm not sure, but let's go ahead and go through this. So we need to do this. We need to copy this right here to our clipboard, and then come back to our form, and in this webhook URL, we're going to paste that there. And then this key can be whatever you want it to be. It's arbitrary. It's just for you to be able to identify that the actual data that made it to the other end is yours. So I'm going to go ahead and send test data right there, and you see test data sent. And if you just hover over this show test data, you kind of see an example of the test data here. So let's come back here and then fetch samples, and you'll see that we have this test data that came in. And if you click on it, you'll see what looks like the matching values that were in here. Now, for example purposes, I went ahead and copied that test data into here. This is from another fetch that I did, so don't pay attention to the particulars, but one thing I want to hone in on here is this data right here. So you have this user column right here. This is a list, and again, I'm not going to get super technical, but you have three sort of items or indexes in this list. You have the name section, you have the phone number section, and then you have the email section, right? And if you come in here and you look, that's the information that we requested from the lead: name, phone number, and email. So that makes sense. Now, I want to point out that we're going to assign numbers to these sections. And again, I'm doing this to abstract sort of the technical jargon out of it, but these numbers are important, right? So 0 is the first item in that list. 1, which is phone number, is the second item in that list, and 2 is the third item in that list. Kind of confusing to us people who just speak regular English, who we would say this is 1, 2, and 3. Computers start at 0. So 0, 1, 2. Just remember that, right? So now we're going to hop back into our workflow here. Let's go ahead and save this trigger because we're going to work with that. And then it wants us to create this new contact. I wonder if it'll let me delete it. Cool. We'll add that later. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to come into the actions and search for array function. And we're going to name this array function name. And then what you're going to do here is select type, filter by index, and then we're going to search inbound webhook trigger and user column data. If you have multiple sections in here, you might just select user column data. And then the index is going to be 0 because that's the name index. You remember we put it in here, 0 name. Now, if for some reason you get your sample data and the email is in this first section, then email would be the first section, but I think it's going to be in order: name, phone number, email, address, whatever you add. But just pay attention. If this is email, then this wouldn't be name in here, This would be email, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. And you can watch this a million times because it's going to be recorded. So we're going to go ahead and save that. And then we're going to go ahead and create another one, array. And we're going to name this one, actually, what's the second one? I almost messed it up here. Phone. So phone is the second one. Phone. And what you name it is arbitrary as well, but I like to stay organized, and it'll help you when you're filling out the contact here in a second. So let's filter by index again. We're going to search for inbound webhook trigger, user column, 1, right? Because 1 matches phone. Save. And then we're going to do it one last time. Array function. And we're going to name this email. Filter by index. And then we are going to say 2, because 2 was the email. Now, there's probably a way to do this with custom code, right in here. I tried a bunch of ways to do it. I couldn't really get it to return the results I want, so I found that doing it exactly as I'm showing you works. Now, next thing we need to do, let's go ahead and save. I like to save early and often with these workflows because you never know what could happen. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a contact so that we can make sure that this actually works. And we're going to add fields name, full name. We're going to add a field for, oh, I guess we got to fill this out first. So if you come in here and you click this little tag, you scroll down and you'll see array functions, you'll see name, and then you have these 3 little sections, column name, string value, column ID. Now if you go here, the cool thing is we have column name, which we don't really care about, that's just a description, and then we have string value, first name, last name. That's where the lead's name is going to be, so that's what we care about. So let's come in here and select string value, and then we're going to add another field. We're going to come in, we're going to search for phone, and then we're going to click this, go down to array functions, go into the phone, and then string value again, because if we come in here, we see string value. That's the actual phone number. So let's add another field, and let's search for email, and then come into the tags again, array functions, email, string value, right? String value, there's the email, test.example.com. Sweet. So let's go ahead and save that. We're going to publish it, and we are going to save. And now we're going to actually send this webhook one more time so we can test it, and we should get a contact that's created once that happens. So the test data is sent. Let's back out here and go to contacts. And look at that. There is our test data. We have first name, email, and then our phone number here. This was so hard for me to figure out. Hopefully this helps some of you guys. And if you have the Zapier integration, please make a YouTube video about it, because when I was looking, I couldn't find one. So I figured I'd make this for you guys. If you like this, please like, share, subscribe. I try to drop lessons learned. Learning GoHighLevel can be really frustrating. I've been doing it since 2019, and I've learned a bunch of lessons, so I've decided to document it. So as I find stuff out like this, I'll go ahead and put it out here. But thanks. If you like this, please comment down below. Have a good one. Bye.